Well, it's right about 4:15, so we promised we'd start a little program. So first of all, welcome to Dupuyer. I hope that you all signed in as you came in. And we're going to ask, either on your way out or after our little program, if you would, to put an email address with your name.
Okay.
One, there are going to be more events. We're even talking about maybe doing an Ivan Doig birthday thing each year. We'll talk about it. So if you're wanting or willing to be notified, please put an email address there, and we'll of course have it in the papers as well. Well, welcome to our celebration of Ivan Doig and his time here in the Dupuyer community. We're happy you came today. Today is Ivan Doig's birthday, June 27th, and if he were here today, he would be 77 years old. So this might be a good day, to pick up a copy of This House of Sky and read the introductory chapter.
I just did.
The story begins on Ivan's 6th birthday, a day that would turn his world upside down and change his life forever. Yesterday, I received an email from Ivan's widow, Carol. She was hoping or wishing that she could be with us today, and she thought it was great that we were celebrating on Ivan's birthday, and I finally had to confess to her that we didn't do it on purpose. It was coincidence, and we were happy we were doing it on his birthday also. She also wanted to express her thanks to everyone who has had anything to do with this sign project. She's hoping to come sometime in September. The archives are going into Montana State University, and they're hoping to have some kind of opening thing in September. And she's hoping to be here for that, and then she'll come up this way. So today is a day to meet some old friends and new friends, have a cookie and a drink. I hope you'll take a look at some of the photos, artifacts, Ivan Doig books and writing, and perhaps tell someone about your favorite Ivan Doig book. It's hard to imagine a place or a time or a group of people who have been more honored by such amazing words and writing. My main job today is to say thank you to the people who made the signs happen for the Ivan Doig Memorial Highway. First, thank you to the Dupuyer Community Club. This year, Ron Jones is the president, Ross Drzezinski was last year, and then my fellow committee members, Rita and Allie. We've had encouragement all along the way for this, and so thanks to the Community Club. Also, thanks to all of you, and I'm sure a bunch of you did, who signed our petition and supported us as well. Our work is continuing. We're planning and designing a memorial which will be built here in downtown Dupuyer. And if any of you feel compelled to donate, and I see that some of you already have, there's a jar in the back and envelopes, and watch the news for future updates. I can't disclose what it is yet, but it's quite exciting, and once we came up with the idea, we're pretty excited to get it going, but we don't have all the pieces in place yet, so I can't really reveal and give details, but watch the news outlets. Most of all, thank you to the Montana Department of Transportation, Director Mike Tooley and the MDT board, who saw the merit of our proposal and provided the designation and the signs. But of course, finally, thanks to the local MDT crew who did the hard work of actually putting the signs in place. So thanks to all of them. Well, my second job today is to encourage you all to read or reread an Ivan Doig book or 2 or 3 this year. It's summer, the grasses are tall and lush, so I'm going to read one of my favorite sections from English Creek about this kind of spring. And when I've finished, Vicki Beck, another Dupuyer girl, has agreed to say a few words. And then when we're finished with that, we totally got a music number coming. We got Ron and Vicki to get their guitars, and Tammy's going to play the piano. And after that, we will all sing happy birthday to Ivan. So English Creek, time-wise, is in the middle of the McCaskill trilogy. It's one of Doig's books set in fictional Grovon, which is basically Dupuyer. And he sometimes quotes the fictional newspaper, the Grovon Gleaner, and that's where we start. This time of year, the report from the dust counties in the northeastern part of the state customarily has it that Lady Godiva could ride through the streets there without even the horse seeing her. But this spring's rain are said to have thinned the air sufficiently to give the steed a glimpse. So this is a book that is narrated by Jick, who's age 60 at the time he's telling this. He's looking back at the summer when he was 14, which just coincidentally happens to be 1939, the year that Ivan Doig was born. That summer, or that month of June, swam into the Two Medicine country. In my life, until then, I had never seen the side hills come so green. The coulees stay so spongy with runoff. A right amount of wet evidently could sweeten the universe. Already my father on his first high patrols had encountered cow elk drifting up and across the Continental Divide to their calving grounds on the west side. They and the grass and the wild hay meadows and the benchland alfalfa all were a good 3 weeks ahead of season, which of course accounted for the fresh mood everywhere across the two. As is always said, spring rain in range country is as if halves of $10 bills are being handed around, with the other halves promised at shipping time. And so, in the English Creek sheepmen, what few cowmen were left along Noon Creek and elsewhere, the out east farmers, the storekeepers of Grovon, our Forest Service people, in just everyone that start of June, hope was up and would stay strong as long as the grass did. Kind of reminds me of this spring. So, thank you again for coming, Vicki Beck. I'll turn it over to you.
And I know probably a lot of you knew Ivan Doig, as I did. I remember I was 9 years old. My parents owned Billups Grocery Store that is now Buffalo Joe's. And Gertie Chadwick, who owned the Home Cafe, came frantically knocking at the door one night when I was 9. Said to my mother, "Can Vicki come over and help me with dishes? I'm just swamped." That began my career as a waitress at the Home Cafe. And I was 9 that year. Next year I got promoted and I could do milkshakes and serve coffee. And the next year at 11, I was a full-blown waitress. So some of you may or may not know that I've been boarded with Gertie and Harold Chadwick. So during the week, I would serve dinner to him most every night. Got to know him there. He went off to college at Northwestern, wrote me letters, usually at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. He was pretty bored, or whatever, liked to write, I guess. And anyway, my father and I went back to Knoxville, Tennessee for his parents' 50th wedding anniversary. That was in October after he had left to go to college, and we met Ivan. We had a layover at Union Station in Chicago, and I think he was pretty homesick because he was very glad to see us, familiar face. So we continued to correspond with each other over the years until I graduated high school, and Anyway, not unfortunately that I married in 67, but after I got married in 67 and before he wrote this House of Sky, which is my favorite book, I threw away all the letters with the exception of a few.
Oh, no.
I probably had over 100 letters. So I know. Anyway, so my favorite book is his House of Sky. I have to read you what he wrote to me for Vicky, the best hash slinger the home cafe ever had. So anyway, we were having coffee one time in Helena where he would come for book signings, and he said to me, you know, all you Dupuyer kids just want to move home, don't you? And I said, why wouldn't we? So we love the area. We're thankful to Ivan for writing about it, to bring people here. I was at a family reunion down at my cousin Red's along the creek here, and a lady pulled up in a camper from Florida and asked me if there was a place to camp. I think that was before Ron had his campground, but anyway, Red said, sure, just pull up out here. And so I said to her, are you vacationing or on your way to Glacier? And she said, no, I came to see the country that Ivan Doig, the author, wrote about. And I said, oh, I knew Ivan, and he was the first boy that ever asked me to the movie. And she immediately began sobbing. And I'm thinking, what is this about? I didn't realize the profound effect that Ivan had on his readers. We, my husband and I now own Buffalo Joe's. We have a lot of people coming through just to see the country he wrote about. So Ivan, thank you for putting us on the map, and happy birthday. And Ron. So y'all have to join us and sing really loud.
Have a drink, have a cookie. We're happy you came. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.